Hello friends, welcome to my class. Now I am going to explain the vector product or cross product. Okay, so in the last class we have seen a dot product proof of the dot product and we have done many problems on the dot product. So in this lecture we are going to see vector product in detail. So when we come to the one concept, we must go through 3 points. Okay, that is what, how and why. Okay, these are the points. These are the points we can simply understand the concept of the any subject. So if you go through the what is the concept or what is the cross product? What does the cross product tells us? What is the definition of the cross product? So that we can simply understand. And how can we get this cross product? How can we understand the vector product? Okay, and that we can simply understand by questioning how. We have to question what, how and why. Why should we learn this? Why should we study this? Why should we listen this? Okay, so these three are the points where we need to are necessary to apply for any concept in the physics, not only in the physics but also in any subjects. Okay, so let us see one by one. Okay, so what is the topic? What is the topic? Nothing but cross product is the topic. Okay, that's not a question. Okay, the questioning is different. What is the concept or what is the definition? What cross product tells us? These questions we have to make. Okay, so what does the cross product tells us means it defines the definition of the cross product or mathematical expression of the cross product is, we know that is a bar cross b bar is equals to ab sin theta into n cap. AB sin theta into n cap. This is the mathematical expression by which we can simply define the cross product. Okay, that is cross product of the two vectors is equal to the product of the magnitude of the sine product of the magnitude of the two vectors and sine angle between them in a particular direction, in a specified direction. So this n cap represents a unit vectors which we will use for the specific direction or single direction. So this is how we can simply understand the what is the vector product, what is the definition of the cross product. How is very important in our physics. Okay, how can we understand, how can we get this? That may be proof or mathematical expression or what it may be. Okay, so in how we have 3 points, that is, okay, the concept or topic can be understood by the diagrams, examples, some mathematical expressions. Okay, without these three we cannot understand the topic or concept. That may be in physics or all subjects also. So we are going to understand the cross product by the drawing the diagrams and giving some examples. Okay, so that let us try to understand. Okay, let us consider a plane in which two vectors are taken, a bar and b bar. The angle between two vectors is theta. Okay, a bar b bar are multiplied. A bar is multiplied by b bar with the process of cross product, then what is the resultant vector comes out? Okay, in which direction is comes out? This is the very important point in the cross product. Okay, what is the direction of the resultant vectors? Whenever the a bar is multiplied by b bar, what is the direction of the resultant vector? That is very important. The direction of the resultant vector is in this way. This is the direction of the resultant vector. That tells us a unit vector, that is n cap, here also n cap. If we see the direction of the resultant vector, that is in two directions, upward direction and downward direction. So when should we get the upward direction and when should we get the downward direction? That let us see, let us understand this concept in detail. Okay. So there is an angle, okay, that can be drawn or that can be taken from A bar to B bar or B bar to A bar, yes or no? Yes. There is a two possibilities to find the angle between A bar and B bar, that is clockwise direction and anti-clockwise direction. For example, if you find the angle from A bar to B bar, nothing but in a anti-clockwise direction, like this, in a anti-clockwise direction, as we are multiplying A bar by B with B bar, okay, and finding the angle between them from A bar to B bar, okay, in the clockwise direction, the resultant vector in a upward direction. Okay, this is what? A bar cross B bar. This is the resultant vector. A bar cross B bar in a upward direction. This is right hand thumb rule. Okay. So, and if you find the angle between two vectors, that is from B bar to A bar in a clockwise direction, okay, as it is moving like this, okay, the resultant vector in a downward direction, in a downward direction. So from that we can simply understand vector product having a specific direction. The vector product depends on the direction in which we are multiplying a vector with another vector. Okay, so that we are going to see in detail. So whatever we got, that this resultant vectors, that is A bar cross B bar, and which is normal to this vector, also normal to this vector. Okay. So this is the resultant vector which is normal to B bar vector and A bar vectors. For example, this is a plane, let us try to understand, and this is A bar and B bar, A bar and B bar, and the resultant vector is always in this direction, which is normal to this vector, also normal to this vector. It may be in upward direction and downward direction, that depends on the direction in which we are making or finding the angle between two vectors. Okay. So we can also apply a screw rule here, screw rule. So do you know screw rule? As we are rotating the screw in a clockwise direction like this, okay, na, the screw goes inside, screw goes inside. As we are removing the screw, okay, it moves in an anti-clockwise direction, then the screw comes out. Okay. So if you apply this screw here, okay, now I am rotating this screw in a clockwise direction, so that we are finding the angle from B to A in that direction, okay, the screw is penetrated inside. Okay, listen to me. Tuck, 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 tuck. It goes inside. As we removing this, chick, 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 comes out. It has two directions, whereas the resultant vector having two directions, that depends on the direction in which we are taking the angle between the two vectors. Now let us, how can we get this? Let us see that. A bar cross B bar is equals to, so here this B bar vector divides into two components. Okay, already we have seen in the dot products, you know. Okay, and this is what B cos theta, and this is where is B sin theta, B sin theta. Okay, so then B bar vector is resolved. Okay, I am taking this is A bar cross, this is a component, that is B cos theta into A cap. Why should I take A cap? Because there is a cross product. Okay, so that we need to multiply the unit vectors. Also we can understand this is a magnitude is multiplied by a unit vector, then simply converted into vectors. Vector represents cross product. Okay, plus, and this is A bar is multiplying with B sin theta. A bar is multiplying with B sin theta. Okay, and this B sin theta in which direction? In n cap direction. Okay, this B cos theta is A cap direction, this B sin theta is n cap direction, whereas B cap is resolved. This B bar vector is resolved. Then we can simply understand n cap. Okay, this B cos theta, this is magnitude multiplied by unit vector, simply converted into vector, then vector vectors. Okay, this is the cross product of the vectors, always gives 0, always gives 0, plus A bar cross B sin theta into n cap. So this is 0 plus A bar. Here we have to multiply the only magnitudes, not directions. Okay, mod A bar cross, okay, that is mod B bar sin theta into n cap. From that we can simply understand A bar, mod A bar into mod B bar sin theta into n cap, that is A bar cross B bar, where we can simply get this AB sin theta into n cap. So this is the resultant direction, okay, which is normal to this both A bar and B bar. So this is how we can simply understand the cross product or vector product. Without diagram we cannot understand, without examples also we cannot understand. I have seen, I have taken this some markers, you know. So without practical examples we cannot understand the cross product or any concept in the physics. So if you see the examples for the cross product, why should we use this? Okay, what is completed, how is completed, and why? Why should we use, why should we study this vector product? Okay, for the application purpose. Okay, why should we use? Nothing but, so we use this vector product to do the many problems. Okay, so physics nothing but only applications. Okay, applications. So by using this product, this formula, we are going to solve many problems. Okay, so why? Nothing but to do the problems, where? Nothing but to apply the formula. Okay, in such in particular situation or area. So example 1, we know that torque tau bar is equals to R bar cross F bar. Okay, the cross product of the applied force to the perpendicular displacement or distance is equal to torque. Okay, so that we will going to see, and there is a relation is there, that is V bar is equals to R bar cross omega bar. Okay, this is the cross product of the angular velocity to the perpendicular distance, that is gives a linear velocity. And also one more is there, angular momentum, that is what, R bar cross P bars. These are the some problems on which we are going to see the cross product. How can we understand these concepts which are very, very important for examinations? Without understand the cross product, we never understand these examples. Okay, so this is what cross product, and we will see the properties and applications and some more details about the cross product in the next class. Thank you.